Hey, this morning, welcome back. We're looking at Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verses 2, 3, and 4. Before the sun and the light, the moon and the stars are darkened, and the clouds return after the rain. In the day that the watchmen of the house tremble and mighty men stoop, the grinding ones stand idle because they are few, and those who look through windows grow dim. And the doors of the street are shut as the sound of the grinding mill is low, and one will arise at the sound of the bird, and all the daughters of song will sing softly. All right, so in these three verses, what do we have? In these three verses, we notice that, yes, as we said before, the quality of life tends to diminish as the years go on. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be 90 or 100 and have a really clear mind. That doesn't mean that can't be the case. But for most of us, as we get into the higher years, we're going to be, we won't have the same quality of life we had. It'll be, one would be tired. Somebody will say, well, it's only noon and I feel like taking a nap. So have good health principles, get enough sleep. This is one way the younger generation today is really struggling. You're up on your phone in the middle of the night and you don't have enough self-control to put your phone down. All of us perhaps, many of us struggle with this. So yeah, make it a practice to cultivate in yourself self-control. Because if you don't cultivate self-control, you will come to the later years of your life and you're going to find you have a terrible quality of life. The things I've read about sleeping and how when you don't get an appropriate amount of sleep, you're really strongly damaging your health, your immune system plummets, and so you're setting yourself up for possible dementia and stuff like that later on. So yeah, get the sleep now while you're young, and you won't regret it later when you are 85 and 90, if time should last that long. Hopefully it won't. But yeah, you want to be in good health. You want to have all of your marbles here, or at least most of them. So let's try to keep most of our marbles, and let's live a life that is a life that's honoring God. There will be perhaps a decline in your quality of life. That doesn't mean you should throw up your hands or walk out into the water and die. You should be thankful for the gift of life, and you should continue to serve the Lord while you're able. So let us recognize and plan ahead. This is self-control for the future. You do healthful living now so that when you want to serve the Lord in your elder years, that you're able to serve Him intelligently. You're able to be a good representative of Him, and you're able to have your own satisfaction increased in those years. But Ecclesiastes is warning us, Solomon is warning us, yes, be wary, be careful, that could be years coming, and there will be years coming. I think science tells us today. There are years coming, statistically, that we know, where the quality of life can decline pretty dramatically. So my suggestion to you, and it's not really in this text, I admit it, in Ecclesiastes, these very verses we're looking at today, may not be in that text so much, but yeah, self-control, healthful living, get out there, walk, do something, do some kind of exercise, drink enough, the right fluids, be careful about all the sugar and sugar spikes and all the processed foods. A lot of that stuff is going to put you in the grave sooner rather than later. So get out there and get your fruits and vegetables, your nuts. Get stuff that is going to be healthful to you and eat it in the proper quantities. Some of us struggle to have proper quantities. We think that the proper quantity is a much greater quantity than the actual quantity we should have. So anyway, I'm sort of reacting to the text here today as more than elaborating on it. But I am personally of the conviction, and I share it with you today, live in such a way that the laws of health, the way things work, will maximize your potential to serve Him throughout all the years of your life, both now and potentially in further on golden years. Seems like a good plan to me. What do you think? And I know that for some of us, sleep, getting the right sleep, is a big item here. Think about it. Have some self-control. Do it. All right, let's put in a note here on these verses. And yes, this is talking about the degradation of the quality of life. Why is it? Because of sin impacting the world. And even though, many of us are seeking the Lord, sin still impacts the world. And we still come down with ailments and the body still wears out. So yeah, what we want to do is we want to be right with God. And we want to enter those closing years, if we should live to the golden years. We want to enter it with no regrets. So kind of the same theme these many mornings, but trying to catch some of the different nuances here. So yes, we're coming up to a time when things will be a little bit darker. So let's learn to be people of faith now. And that's what makes sense to me.